First of all, very warm welcome even from my side here in Bucharest at the ROVMEX event. Today my presentation will be about the fire prevention system OxyReduct. I'm representing Wagner Austria company. I'm from Austria. I'm here together with my local partner Pyronova, with Richard. It's about the solution, fire prevention system solution OxyReduct for fully automated warehouses. Please, next. So, here are a short overview about our typical business partners with this kind of solution for high bay warehouses, for pharma industry, normal temperature warehouses, cold storage, deep freeze warehouses, for food industry, and paper storages. And all our projects are typically started with the question, imagine there is a fire and what will happen as a next if this happens. So first of all, if you start with such a project, for sure you have to fulfill all the regulatory requirements and the insurer requirements. This is needed by law. But you need to ask yourself if this is enough for you, and it provides you, if you think that you are well protected from everything what can happen. So please, next. So this is called here as, please check your own protection interests in terms of business, because even there is the risk from smoke, flames. So if there is a fully automated warehouse and the fire happens, it means there is a risk of fire, small fire, and every fire means even smoke, a lot of smoke, dark smoke. And imagine it's a warehouse full of food, frozen food, pharma products. In that moment, when a fire appears, everything, all the products are lost. So, go ahead. So, this is, if usually they are protected with classical, let's say, other solutions, with water, foam, or something else. But this cannot protect the goods. So, and that means in this moment, you need to ask yourself if this is enough for you, and can you handle with this? Because it means, as mentioned, you have a damage and loss of all products, you have an interruption of the supply chain in that moment, you need to consider necessary time and efforts to reproduce all the products, and you need to check if you have possibilities to supply from other locations, warehouses, and how much time is needed for repairing, fantastic, thank you, after fire damage. So for this, if you look for something else, instead of the classical solutions, we have a solution, it's called OxyReduct. Means an oxygen reduction system. The first difference to a classic system is that it's a permanently working system. It's proactive, therefore we call it prevention and not protection system. And the principle is quite simple. We reduce the oxygen level to a certain level where a fire cannot happen anymore. Mm-hmm. If you check out the fire triangle, you need oxygen, you need energy, you need material, and we are reducing the oxygen level to a level that a fire is, you are 100% protected from any fire what can happen and later on in any fire damage. Here is a short video. It demonstrates with a torch, very simple and effective how it works. So even if there is a external energy, this demonstrates the torch. Let's say like an overheated cable, overloaded cable, and it is not possible to get a very thin newspaper in such a concentration of reduced oxygen under fire. So that means in such an environment, you're 100% protected from this risk. So that means we provide with our solution additional advantages to the classical solutions. Means no risk of fire, no damage from fire, smoke or extinguishing agents. We are protecting the stored goods and not just the environment and the people. No exhaust vents are needed, so even additional investment advantages are available, additional space for pallets, because you do not need to consider the sprinkler space in between the pallet places. And moreover, we are protecting the supply chain with a special concept, with the M+1 system. And this is nowadays even one of the most, when you speak with logistic managers, logistic providers, this is one of the key arguments for them, or most important points, the supply chain nowadays. So, more about the principle. We need to consider, when we speak about fully automated warehouses, for our solution, we need to consider the stored goods. We need to consider what type of goods are stored, how they are packed, etc., etc. So, and then we make a test to determine the ignition threshold, because we need to check out the lowest level of oxygen, what is needed, depending on the stored materials, by doing a test. This is not a Wagner test, this is we perform it according to a standard. And finally we get a result that the ignition threshold, for example, for wood, polypropylene or cardboard is something between 17, 16 and 15, and we take this into consideration in our project design, and below this, classical 1% less, this will be our operation level for the OxyReduct system. In deep freeze warehouses, it's a little bit, even there, we have the oxygen, the needed oxygen level is a little bit higher because of the low temperature. So this, even there we have an advantage that we can do a smaller system for the application. Here is a short overview. We have the same system overview, what you can see here, right there in the right corner, in operation. It means there is a compressor, a nitrogen generator, oxy control unit, some sensors, and in this box, what you can see there, the gray box, we have there it demonstrates, it's not just demonstrates, it's working. So we have there reduced oxygen level on 15%. So this is exactly what we see here live. We have it here live with us to show you and to give you the feeling. What does it mean, an oxygen reduced atmosphere? And you can check out with a lighter to test if it works or not. And you can make it a test by yourself. This shows the same, just in combination with a classic warehouse. You have oxygen sensors inside, airlocks, the technical room with the generators and the OxyReduct modules. And the operation level is somewhere here, for example, in the Softworks is between 14.6, 14.4. So means the system is, when I tell you it is permanently in operation, it means you have a start and stop time, start and stop level. And usually it is, for classical applications, the operation time is between 8 and 10 hours per day. And the rest of the day it's just in standby. For this kind of systems, there are already several standards, European standards, local standards available. So to fulfill even the local requirements for this kind of system, so we are prepared to do this kind of system in all European countries. For people safety reasons, or for people being to enter, we have everybody can enter such protected areas. Finally, it means it is not dangerous. It's similar to if you go up to the mountain. For here we have 15.5%. This means if you go up to Zugspitze, means like 3,000 meters up to the mountain. This is a similar situation what we have here in the OxyReduct softbox. According to the law, you have some limitations, access limitations between 15 and 17 4 hours, and then to do a break for 30 minutes, or between 13 and 15 up to access is available for up to 2 hours, and then to make a break, and then you can re-enter. So means for fully automated warehouse is never any problem with this, because usually nobody is inside. Just if there is a problem with a pallet, somebody needs to enter, but this is no problem with these regulations. Here are some pictures. You can see the nitrogen inlet pipes, the control panel, the sensors, and the generators. Here are some applications, existing applications from the very past. Keller Logistic is a project here in Romania. I think it's already in operation. I'm not 100% sure. Huh? No, but Leaders is in operation already. We finished this some months ago. Keller we are close to the start to put it in operation. Hungaro Pharma is from pharma industry. It's finished this summer in Hungary, and Paloma is from Slovenia. It's a paper production. They have produced these paper, big elephant paper rolls. So Wagner in general is a worldwide active company, founded in '76. So far we managed already more than 1,000 applications worldwide. So we have a lot of experience with this. So finally, I would like to invite you later on to come to the Softworks. I will be there. Otherwise, please just give me a note and I will go there with you and I can show you and demonstrate you and we can go together in and we can make together the lighter test. And I can, if you have some questions, you can ask me there to demonstrate, to give you this, to provide you this feeling of an oxy-reduced atmosphere. In all your bags, you can find these cards where you can have you can find a QR code. You can find there's to a landing page where you can find additional videos, brochures, references about the OxyReduct system and in general about Wagner. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Gerald. I'm happy to see that this is already regulated also in Romania. You have projects already implemented.